Hello all, Seriously is here, back for some more Windrose, and we're at the original home base because I did place an order
Everything's for sale
just
somewhere.
now, just before I started recording. We're gonna get 10 crates of wood coming in. I
Troubling
also
symptoms.
did a little bit of deforestation. Let's get back over to our building base. It is dawn. We're facing the east coast, that's why the sun's on the horizon. It's all good. Should have plenty of light to build today. There we are. What a beautiful sunrise. Okay, so last time we built the tavern, and I got a little tired of having to go home to make it morning so we could build in the daylight. So, no, that's not the reason. We need an inn as well as a tavern, so I've already got a ground floor going on, and we're going to build a lot of structure today. There's a lot to do with the plan for the inn. We're going to have 3 rooms. This is going to be our foyer, I guess. We're going to have light sticking through. We'll fix that. We're going to have like a desk or for a concierge or whatever, and a fireplace, lounge. We'll go up double staircase. We're going to have a room here on this side. We have a room here on this side. We're going to have a hallway to a loft room, I think. So we're going to try. That's what we're going to try to build today, is the second floor structure and a loft for the 3rd floor. Might not be very tall, but I've got a plan for that too. So let's get to it. Let's see, it's morning. Let's hop down here. I want to see if these stones are going to work for us. I think yes. I don't think we need to go with the who's its walls? What are they called? Floors and walls. Plaster. Plaster is very nice. It goes well with a lot of the window edges, but this is going to work well for us. Limestone. It's also stone pieces. I want this to be a mostly stone building. So I like the windows, the blue windows like that. They look pretty good here. So we're going to go with something like this for walls. Oh, exterior walls, that is. So we want this to be that's the proper height, right? Let's put a door in here somewhere. What is a nice looking door for a hotel bedroom? Doesn't have to be stone framed, but that's sort of nice. That is very, very fancy, and it's super tall, ridiculously tall. That's like maybe the front door. It's way too tall. That's more reasonable, actually, and it's ridiculous. We would want it to open this way. I don't know. I'm not convinced. And of course it's storming, of course. We gotta get this roof on. We don't want a window in this door. There's a fancy door. It's a bit too fancy. We're gonna go with these. They work. You know, we could go with one of these fancy windows. Not that one. Is it this one? Nope, it's this one. No, we'll just stick with that. Okay. So, yeah, we want one wall above that. Where's walls? There we go. That's about the height of a room, usually for a person our height. That'll give this some good size to this room, if you know what I mean. Let's go like that. Room to get by when the door is open. I like it. the wall is a little tight to the stairs, but we're just going to have to live with that. I don't see much of another way around it, unfortunately. And yeah, this terminates right at the height of that wall, which will be our loft floor. Oh, all our nice hardwood's getting wet. So this is the height of our outer wall too. Now, on this side of the building, I think this room is going to get a fireplace because there's one below us. So I don't see any reason not to give it one. But I don't think this one's going to be lit. It's just going to look like a fireplace. So walls, we're going with these. And this right here where it sticks to the floor is where the ground floor fireplace is. So that's where we want to center this. So our chimney can go up the same spot, basically. So let's see, decorations. Almost all the way at the bottom is fireplaces. So if we put one of these in, we don't want it to snap. But that's where it would snap to line up. So what we want is just this. We want to turn snapping off, and we want to put this something like that. Oh, it is lit. Interesting. I thought it was not lit unless we put a fire in it. Okay, that's fine. In that case, we may as well put the full thing in. Maybe not. We'll see. Is there another hood we could use? No, there's only the regular hood. That just barely fits, but I do like it, and it goes pretty much to the wall, which is great. It's not, if you notice, there's an overhang here, so it's not going to be perfect, but what I'm thinking of doing is one or more of these pieces. Yeah, something almost exactly like that. Game, thank you. Maybe up one? Can I go up one? There's nothing to snap it to up there. What I could do is put a wall on first. Can I not? Oh, right there. Okay. There we go. May as well leave that one on for girth. No, not that piece. This piece. And yeah, that orientation. Now that orientation. Now, what happens if I put one of these? Snap to that. Oh. No, not their game. Okay, let's go inside. Try it from the inside. I can't see what I'm doing from in here at all. Yeah, something like that. Turn snap placement off, I can almost get it where I want it. I don't know that we need to fill that gap, but I sort of want to do it. So let me try snapping one more time. What if I try the other side? Yeah, that one snaps. Okay, let's put that in. Can we see that from in here? I can't see anything in here. Let's build a torch. Yes, we can. Okay. In that case, nuh-uh. I think what we want to do instead is maybe a corner piece would work there. No, floors and walls. Yeah, you know. Wait. Is that where it should go? There, that's the one. Now. Oh, these are going to stick through the floor a bit upstairs too, aren't they? Let's see how that looks after we get them in. Because that doesn't look too bad, actually. Like that. Oh yeah, that's no good. Okay. So those gotta go, which means since we don't have a flat corner piece like this. Oh wait, do we? Oh, interesting. We do. Okay. We'll go like that, and we'll go like that, and we'll see how that looks upstairs. Yeah, these don't stick through at all. I can just see a tick of it there. That's perfect. Okay. And then what I can do is put the fireplace piece in. Chimney, yeah. Now this piece smokes, so that might make some smoke in the room upstairs here. I don't necessarily see it making smoke. If it's not making smoke, I'm going to leave it sticking through the floor like that. It just looks like a piece of the chimney. In fact, we could cover it up with this part. Something like that. It's going to be floating off the floor a bit on the front. Why don't we just do it like this? Yeah. Looks good to me. Okay. So, let's get this roof going if we can. I think we're just going to put a straight wall here for now. We'll do windows and stuff, decorations some other time. So, that. Okay, do whatever you need to, wall. Yeah, I want to go right to the end here. Something like that. Okay. And same over here. Okay. May as well put the corner piece in. That's likely to be what it's going to be. Oh no. So let's try to put more flooring in here. That line up? Yeah, that lines up. Let's get that wall in. Just for some support there. Okay, so we want a 45-degree angle. And we need a 45-degree angle roof piece here. That's what we want. I didn't click on roofs at all. There we go. 45-degree pieces all. We're going to use these. We may as well, because these we have in all pieces. We don't have all the same pieces in straw, so we're just going to go with these. Alright, corner piece, roof piece. Nope, that's not 45. There's the 45. Actually, we need to go up. Doesn't really matter. We need to meet in the middle here. This should give us the height. To have a loft. Oh, more than that. We could have a 2-story loft. This is so tall. Not quite. They do meet. That's perfect. Well, they come pretty close to meeting. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if we can get up there. Careful, careful. Yeah. Now, we've got a cap like this. This is a 26-degree cap. What other kind of caps do we have? None. There are no 45-degree cap. Oh, there it is, right there. I'm just a dummy. Okay. Yeah, it's already orange, so we're going to need supports all the way along, but that's fine. I just don't want light showing through. We're building on top of this anyway. We're not using a grass roof for this thing. What we are using for this is a stairs piece. We're going to use planks. So snapping off. One, and I'm actually going to go a half off. 2. Get rid. Oh, that will break the one underneath. Okay. Well darned. One and 2. These do not meet, so we're gonna have to do that again. Have to tile them like this as well. So out and up. Oh no. Can't seem to go as out on this side as I was on that side. Oh, no, did not want to go there. You know, what I'm going to do, I'm going to break that piece and reposition it out a bit more. There we go. Something like that. There we go. Now I'm going to need a lot of pieces for this because it's going to have supports all the way around. And I think if we look underneath here, let's turn snapping back on. Does that count as touching? It doesn't look like it's counting. It's getting oranger and oranger, so I don't think it's touching. We would need this piece. Yeah, see how that gets greener and greener? Closer it's getting to structural support there. But also, now this one's green. See? Nice. Okay. So that'll go to there. A little bit of an overhang. There we go. Alright, let's get in this bedroom. Let's look up. That doesn't look bad, actually. Even with the cracks in the roof, I don't know that I want the grass in there. So what can we do for support? I have an idea. Why are we using grass at all when we have another 45-degree piece that we were going to be using? The one that we're using, right? Duh. Okay, it's a lot more wood, but that's okay. I'll just go buy more. So we're just going to do this for support. It's all the way up. Do the whole roof 3 times over. That's a lot of pieces. And we don't even need these support pieces in the middle anymore, necessarily. I do also want to have windows sticking out on this loft floor. I think the loft floor should go up even higher. We have a lot of space. I can't believe how much space this is. Let's get a peek from down here. Oh, this thing is just huge. I do like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Let's keep working on it. So, let's get rid of this floor. And let's see. This would have it facing a window. That's only a half. Okay, let's do one more. Like that. Yes, this is about the amount of space I want. Alright, floors and walls. Yeah, that should do. Oh wait, which way are the slats going? Yeah, that's fair. Alright, they can go side to side. Good. Whoops. We're going to need some support over here on this side. I don't know that didn't place, okay. There we go. Alright, so that's going to be basically the full loft, except we might have windows sticking out like this much or something like that. Alright. So it won't be like floor space so much as looking out space, but we'll figure that out in a minute. I want to get this roof in first and we can carve that out after. So, the roof is being held up by that. I can technically cut those away. Yeah, it didn't fall. Oh, yes it would. Okay. Back to stairs. I should look above too, because it could break stuff above. That's the middle piece? Okay. Spin it around. Let's go here first. Come on, attach, and up one. There we go. An all wooden roof. Got to get up there again. Well, we don't have to. Looks like I can only build 112 more of these pieces. It's going to take a lot more than that to get this roof in. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, let's go to the peak on this side first. Those meet pretty nicely. Okay. Okay, good jump, good jump. So we gotta get up here, and there's gonna be... Is that the piece? I can't tell. I think we have to get over here to see. I think that is the piece. There we go, got green again. Yeah, that's our secondary scaffolding piece. We don't need this to go everywhere in the roof, just enough to keep the outer shell connected to the lower shell, but the lower shell I do want to go everywhere. So we need a lot more wood, so that shipment of wood is going to have to come in. Let's use the 90 wood we have to maybe figure out this loft floor. I'm actually thinking there'll be a hallway here. It's a 2 wide hallway. Well, 1 wide. The room can start here. So this is going to be a very big room. And yeah, that's perfect. 2 wide. We'll do one over here as well. Oh yeah, where is... Let's figure out the fireplace before we worry about this. Okay, good. Almost good. Let's move this here. Because the fireplace is going to come up right there. Decoration, fireplaces. We're just going to go for the big one, I think, because otherwise we'll have to make our own. How tall does this get? Not too tall. Okay. Oh. That's a problem. Will the whole floor collapse? No. Okay. Delete that. So, we have to go up a little bit more. So we do want the whole floor to collapse. It's going to be a very tiny loft. Maybe what we should do is figure out a way for the stairs to come down from there. I would sort of like it, for example, if it started here. Well, no. There. Wrong one? Yeah. Alright. So, rotate, snap. Alright, does this work? Yeah, that works just fine. We will have to leave this square open, I believe. Yeah, absolutely. We barely fit as is. That's fine, though. So, what we would do... something like this. Right, there we go. Okay. So that's going to be blocked off by windows. Okay, so we would want a window right at the end of that. In fact, I don't even know if it needs to go that far. Something like that. Alright, windows. I think we're going to be using blue ones here. These are quite nice, but these might be nicer for what we're doing. Oh, no, they're not wide enough. We're going to have to go with these anyway. So do we want to go that high, or do we want to go a bit higher? I think we want to go a bit higher. Is there inside to outside of these? Let's put one down right here. Wood, wood. No, they seem to be fairly centered. Okay. Something like that. And then we would go back to our limestone. Oops. No, no, no. I think we might have to go a bit higher than that, but let's take a peek. Oh, we have to go a bit lower than that too. Yeah, we want to use this. Yeah, looks okay to me. Now, what do we have for roofs? Do we have anything that's rounded? No, but in decoration, maybe we do. Just this piece, and it's not stone or wood. Well, it's sort of wood. Nothing there. There's no reason we can't just make our own roof out of the same pieces we're using for the other roof, the stairs. So I think that's what we're going to do. It won't be rounded at all. So let's get that going on. No, stairs. I think we need to do a similar sort of technique as we're doing over there. Oh, and I'm out of wood, of course. Of course. Let's go pick some up. We have a shipment coming in. I can just drain the other place, do some farming. I gotta get some TV anyway. That usually provides lots of wood too. There might be some. No. 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 Okay. All of these ones are empty of wood. Let's not say all. Alright, yeah. There we go. We don't have a lot of daylight left. It's evening already. Yeah, I'm really liking the dimensionality of these overhangs, different height buildings. This is also, well, I guess it's a 3-story building technically. But if we didn't put a loft in, it would just be a 2-story building with an extremely tall ceiling. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Free placement, I want it like that. Oh, I want it out more than that too though, so we're going to have to do the same thing we did above. I'll put one free placement like this. Doesn't matter where. As long as there's some overlap here. Okay. Now this one. Let's come out a bit. We want it to meet the middle, actually. Let's go to here. Okay, I'll turn snapping back on. Are you happy? Yeah, I like the look of that quite a bit. There we go. Sounds good to me. I'm going to get this figured out, and we'll be back next time with a roof and maybe some decorations to do. But until then, I'll be for this time. Until next time, have a good time.